Hello everyone, here is just a quick clip from my Mount Halla hike on Jeju Island. It's 4 a.m. and I'm getting ready to meet my taxi at 4:30. I'm starting early so I can hopefully finish early too. I have to take a taxi because the first bus doesn't leave until after 6 and it takes way longer to get there. Taxi ride is about 40 minutes from my hotel to the Guam Numsa Trail, and just FYI, it costs around 50,000 won. So if you want to start as early as 5 a.m., you'll need to take a taxi instead of the bus. So here I am at the Guam Nusa Trail at 5:10. If you are a foreigner, you are going to need to show your passport and your reservation. Yep, you do need to reserve a spot in advance, which can be done on their website. This particular trail is one of the two main trails that will lead you to the top, Big Nokdam. It is about 8.7 kilometers and is known to be steeper than the other trail, Song Panak Trail, but you will get to see beautiful forests, rocks, and views along the way. Once you check in, you are going to get a bracelet that looks something like this. So make sure to keep it on because park rangers might ask you for it, especially if you are heading to the summit. Also, remember to bring plenty of water and food because your stomach is going to be empty and your body is going to need you to refuel. I'm not kidding, you have to bring a lot of food and a lot of water.
The Giving Tree. Not sure what it says, but oh, there we go. A tree provides the shelters for all kinds of life forms undead. It's just like an apartment of insects, of various larvae, and pupa live in there. Mushroom decomposes to rotten wood. This is my favorite type of trail. It's not too rocky. Just straight. And I love this. "30 minutes later, here we are. Here, let's go all the way to there. This is what I'm talking about. It gets really rocky. Here we are now after about 1.6 miles and 39 minutes. I love it when it gets flat like this. Oh my.
This is the first shelter along the trail, and it has a bathroom, a spot where you can sit and snack for a while to keep you going. This is Samgakbung Shelter, a crucial checkpoint on the trail, and you have to reach it by 12:30 p.m. if you want to push onto the summit. Any later than that, you'll have to turn around, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to start early. I just crossed a bridge, and you won't believe the view that followed. It is absolutely stunning.
After about 3 hours, here we are.
It's 9:37 a.m. and I have made it to the summit finally after about 4 hours hike. And as you can see, there's a long line of people waiting for their pictures, and hikers are also coming from the Sopanak Trail, the other trail. They're also making their way up from the opposite side. The wind and cold can be intense at the top, so even if you are hiking in the spring, make sure to bring an extra layer because it can get unbearable otherwise. And a lot of people rest here, eating and recharging before heading back down the trail that they didn't use to get up. Now let's head down the Songpanak Trail and see how it differs from the Gua Numsa Trail. This is the other checkpoint on this trail that you have to reach by 12:30 p.m. if you want to push through onto the summit. That's it for today's hike. I started on the challenging Gwanumsa Trail, which offered stunning views, and then descended the easier Songpanak Trail, and I got back down around 2:35 p.m., totaling about 9 hours with rest and photo breaks. Keep in mind both trails lead to the summit, but each will offer a unique experience. So if you're hiking here, I recommend trying both. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you next time.